Hey everybody, welcome to the garden. I hope you're having a great day. Shout out to the lemon and lime lovers and everybody in between. It's time for the market recap. And remember, if you're interested in any of the services I provide, please check the links in the description below for both the Patreon and Discord. And a quick reminder, the swing trade service is coming, the free trial, I should say, for the swing trade service is coming to an end very soon. We have about one more week after this holiday week passes. And, to everyone who participated and all the people who are already, part of the service, thank you so much for your support. And I hope that many people who were able to participate had a good time and really got some value out of it, whether it was just from the videos or it was from the actual trades. I hope that it was good value, and even if you don't decide to go forward with the service, that you got something out of it, and you decide to stay active on the Discord, and just give me and the great people at Lemon Garden your support, because we love that community, and I love the community. I hope to continue to grow it with good people like yourselves. Okay. And yeah, so let's get into the market. Let's talk about what's going on. Quick talk on the news. So pretty much the big news that came out today, the FOMC minutes came out, and they were read fairly bullish. So that's what led to the dollar having a nice sizable drop today, and we had some nice bullish activity in both stocks and crypto. But we weren't surprised, right? Because what have I been saying, with the dollar? We came into this level, had our trade up, and I said as we came towards this zone here at 108, and even potentially towards this fair value gap up here, as we were coming into these levels, I was saying watch for the pullback, just like the doodle shows, going into the 104 zone and potentially even lower as we attack the liquidity under these lows here, right? So this was not surprising to us. I was hoping that we would get the pullback right around where we did. I did say the potential of where we would come all the way up to test the structure we broke. But as we came towards 108, that was the zone where a pullback would have been extremely, expected and normal, and that's what we got. So we are getting that continuation, and this bodes well for the rest of this week. Though tomorrow the U.S. stock market's closed, crypto will be open. But this bodes well for Friday and potentially even the last week of November. So I think we may have a very nice end of the month for both crypto and stocks, and I'm loving what I'm seeing. But watch for the dollar to ultimately get down towards 104 and start attacking this liquidity zone down here, and then we may start seeing some upswings from there. Okay, but we'll cross that bridge as we get there. Overall, same path. Nothing's changed. I'm loving what I'm seeing. Next, let's take a look at the Dow. So what I've been saying, the Dow, bullish structure, broke bullish and had continuation. That the daily candle today was very nice. It was trading fairly tight as it was fighting under this fair value gap, but I like the way it closed. And honestly, I think I think we can see that continuation going into Friday. I believe futures will be open, but they'll probably be extremely tight. But as we break past these swing highs, watch for a pretty sizable move towards 34,700 to 34,800, and then we can probably see a pullback from there. We are slowly creating these fair value gaps behind us. If you notice, they keep increasing. We have another one right here that just confirmed a bullish FVG right there. So there's plenty of places to where price can come back down to grab some liquidity. We also have a swing low here, so you can come back down and grab that liquidity. But I do see some more upside before that, especially with the dollar weakening. I do think we're going to get more impulse moves to the upside for the Dow. Next is S&P. S&P, beautiful, attacking this high wick. Shows, to me, it looks like it's very likely going to break this over the next day or two and fully fill out this fair value gap right here, and watch for, once this gets taken out, for a spike above this swing high here, at the high being 4,158. Watch for the liquidity to get tapped here, and then look for a pullback back into the fair value gap zones and the swing lows that we've been creating as we go up. So right down here, and then we also have another fair value gap right here that we just confirmed. So watch for pullbacks into these levels and new levels as we go up. Okay. And next is Nasdaq. So Nasdaq, came to the fair value gap, held the top line of the descending channel as support, and now we're showing potential signs where we can have that break up, attacking this high wick and making it all the way to the green zone up here. And I do think the Nasdaq is very, very likely to get to the green zone. Once there, then you want to watch for a pullback, but it's most likely, all these pullbacks are most likely going to become bullish pullbacks in the end. Okay, so I'm getting very bullish. I've been bullish for quite some time. I did say over and over that we're likely going to have a bullish Q4. So keep your eyes out for more and more bullish moves to the upside in both risk on assets and crypto. And I do think the dollar, though it will show some signs of strength, I think ultimately it will continue to weaken and will probably break into that 104 zone, like I've been saying, but even going lower towards 102 ish. Next, let's take a look at oil. So, oil breaking down some more after a couple bullish days. And remember, the bullish days came off of, in my opinion, false news. It was malicious news, and I think it was to grab the uninformed, and they're paying their price. So if they went long here, they're getting beat up now. The news I've said in the past two recaps, essentially, it came out that Saudi Arabia was going to, increase their supply, the output of oil, but Saudi Arabia, OPEC, then came out and said that's a false report. And that news, that false news, shot the price up from down here all the way up to here. And now that the truth is being absorbed, it's coming back down. And we're probably looking at oil coming to 75 a barrel very, very soon. So, watch for this to continue lower. And today's daily candle was quite decisive to the downside. Next is gold and silver. Gold, man, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So came into the fair value gap, tapped into this. I mean, there any liquidity there, got most of it there, showing some signs of pulling up. Now, be wary. Even though it is coming up, there's plenty of room to the downside to grab liquidity. So I'm not saying it's done. Potentially going down, but what I can see is what I'm hoping to see, rather, I should say, is a potentially much larger bullish consolidation. So actually, let me clean the chart here real quick. Let's get rid of this doodle here. Okay. So what we can see is from this pullback, we come up here, close a lower high from this swing high here, make a new low right here, and do a much larger consolidation. Okay, as we come into this fair value gap, and really just, oh my gosh, just really paint a really bullish structure that indicates a very, very large rise. Okay, and this sort of structure would make sense because we potentially have a very big inverse head and shoulders that could form if that happens. So I would like for that to happen, but again, it may not happen. It may be where we had to pull back into this bullish FVG, and that was enough, and now we're going to take out this swing high and go up higher. Okay, either way, it looks good. This is bullish all the way through. Next is silver. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Came down, almost got to this fair value gap, but just couldn't reach it. Just missed it, slightly. And now is attacking the high side of the expanding structure, the microphone structure. Now we want to watch, will this actually confirm the break, or is this going to just start stalling here? Kind of like potentially what I kind of just showed with gold. Like, is it just going to make a new lower high and then continue lower? We have to give this some time. But if gold does have that continuation up, taking out that new swing high it made, then watch your silver to do the same. Overall, I have to be bullish on silver because I'm very bullish on gold. But, silver has been lagging for the most part, but this is not too bad, especially if it does take out this upper trend line here of the microphone structure it's been in. Then it's very likely we're going to see a break past 22.50 to about $23. Okay, next let's take a look at Bitcoin. What was Bitcoin doing today? So Bitcoin, all right, so Bitcoin's been pretty interesting. Still fighting under this trend line here. Not overly bullish, but also hasn't broken fully bearish yet, in the sense it hasn't continued from this consolidation. It did slightly tap under the low of this wick, and from that tap it has found some liquidity to go up, some bids, but now we're stalling around this consolidation here. So if the dollar does get a lot weaker, there should be enough fuel for Bitcoin to potentially break past this descending trend line. But Bitcoin has been, all of crypto really, though the altcoins are showing some life today, but overall, in general, all of crypto is really lagging the bullishness of the stock market, right? So even though the stock market's looking great, the U.S. equities look absolutely powerful and fabulous. Gold, silver looks great. The dollar's weakening. Crypto hasn't been able to really follow suit because of all the fundamental issues with the actual space, with the exchanges pausing withdrawals, and FTX obviously going under. There's just been so many issues. There's a lot of fear, and there's also just a lot of a lack of volume buying in this space. And unfortunately, Bitcoin it doesn't seem to have that much power when it comes to the up to any bullish activity. So we'll see if potentially we can break up higher, but I'm wary. We do still have to have that bearish bias. Nothing's really changed there, but if the dollar continues to weaken, theoretically, what's been the standard, Bitcoin tends to get stronger. So as long as the dollar stays weak, S&P, Dow, and Nasdaq continue bullish, eventually Bitcoin should follow, and hopefully have enough strength to break through and even get past this descending trend line and start attacking this lower fair value gap. Okay, but just because it comes up to here doesn't make it bullish. It just means it's retesting the huge consolidation that it lost. Okay, which is totally normal. That's extremely normal. That could easily lead to Bitcoin coming to this level, failing, and then continuing lower. Like that is a normal structure. And this bear flag pull, the full one-to-one extensions going all the way down sub 10,000. So even if it is going to play that move out, that full extension move out, it's very unlikely to happen in one swift motion down. It's going to happen in ebbs and flows if we're going to play it out completely. But we should see some upside, as there's a ton of liquidity that's sitting above our head that hasn't been touched. A lot of over leveraged shorters that have not been punished. So normally you would see a move to the upside to at least grab a lot of that liquidity and then continue lower. All right, guys, that is it for the market recap. Remember, if you have any questions, make sure to be in the Discord. It's the best place to get in contact with me. And I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you give me a like and subscribe. It really helps. And if you are interested in my services, again, just check out that link to the Patreon. All the details are in that link. Okay. All right, everyone. Remember, be patient, be vigilant, and be nimble. I love you guys. Take care. Bye.